Oh my God, we are here. Welcome to 2025, ladies. This is your activation transmission. I am so excited to bring this to you. I am bursting out of my seams, out of my body, out of my particles. I am, oh, wow. 2025 has already been profound, and we are only 3 days in. So I'm bringing this energy to you straight from the source. We are activating the field together. So this is your most potent, powerful, and pleasurable year yet. I can promise you that everything you have been through, everything you've experienced, all of the insights and the breakdowns and the breakthroughs have led you to this moment to be in the place that you are now within your heart, your body, your soul, and you have all the tools, all the resources that you need to continue flying, soaring, creating, playing in your magic. And I want to start off with a little story. Because a couple weeks ago, before I moved from Mexico, I was walking along the beach for sunset and I ended up meeting this man. So we're doing a little sunset stroll and we're chatting and getting to know each other. And he shares with me, oh yeah, I get up every day at 5 a.m. And I was like, okay, amazing. Wow. Like, what's the secret? What's the secret? That sounds great. I'd love to get up that early. Why not? And he shares with me, the secret is I love my life. Okay, can we just all pause, like mic drop with that for a moment? The secret is I love my life. And that hit me like a ton of bricks or like a million feathers, because 10 bricks sounds very harsh. It hit me like a million feathers or cold water to the face. And it woke me up because I am someone that believes in living our best lives and loving our lives and living a life that turns us on. This is what I teach. This is what I live so much in my own life. That the way that he said it just hit differently for me. I was like, whoa, like I am living a life that I love, but I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. And this is not that you need to get up at 5 a.m. I also my response to him was like, yeah, that's great. Like I love my life, but I also just like love cuddling in bed and just like having like a leisurely morning and a pleasure practice, So this is not about like being 5 a.m. club type people. It was the message of what he shared, of loving your life so much that you just want to jump out of bed and live it. You are ready to go create. You are ready to go connect. You're ready to have intimacy and magic and pleasure and to explore in your life, to experiment and to see what happens. So that is the core message that I have for you today is I want you to be creating and living a life that you love, that you unapologetically love, that turns you on. Okay, this is always the metric that I use. Like, is my pussy turned on? Am I wet from this experience or not? And if not, that's okay. It's not to make the thing wrong, to judge it or shame it, but the question becomes, then how can I shift this so that it is something that excites me, it is something that turns me on, it is something that fuels me and nourishes me? And if I cannot find a creative way to do that, then can I let this thing go? Can I allow a conscious death and really let this thing go that's not working for me? So I'd invite you to really do an inventory of your life, of like what's working well for you, what is turning you on, what is energizing you, what's exciting you, and add more of that into your life. For me personally, that's co-creating with friends, that's doing projects and art with friends, like that's moving to a new place, to be in a better community, not even a better community, but to be in a different community that feels more supportive for where I'm at in my journey. And it's a lot around just doing things with other people. My main thing is connection and intimacy and heart. So that's really what I'm prioritizing over this year. And I am realigning my life to fit in with those values, with what I am desiring, and to fill myself with projects and people and relationships that energize me, that make me bigger, that make me more me, that make me more whole, that expand me. And so look, what projects is it? What people are in your life? Is it a relationship that's been draining your energy, a partner or lover that you keep repeating these toxic patterns with? How can you, if there is the love there and you both want to work on this, how can you creatively shift the dynamic together? You can do this. And if you're not able to, can you let this go in so much graciousness and so much love, so that way you can invite in something that is more fulfilling, that is more nourishing for your heart and soul? So doing that little inventory and really do this once a month. I do this all the time it's been so amazing because I've recently just started to notice instantly, like mid-conversation with someone or something, I'm like, this is just draining me. So how can we shift it here? That's the mastery and the alchemy that really brings you to your power. And that, I'm going to say everything's the key message in this, because this message is just absolute like fire and magic. Like re-listen to this all the time. Anytime you need a little boost throughout the year, come back to this message. Remember who the fuck you are. Remember your invocation for your year. Remember to turn yourself on and to be in your power. So as I was reflecting on 2024 and 2025 over the past couple of days, and really allowing that simmering, that contemplation, that spaciousness to see what wanted to come through, right? Sometimes I was like, okay, you need to like map everything out all in this one day or in this one journaling session or whatever it is. And I don't believe in any of that. I find that in allowing the spaciousness of a couple of days or whatever timing, more answers come through, more clarity comes through. And it's such a gift to give that to ourselves. So as I was reflecting, I really believe in living a life of desire, of listening to our heart's desire, not like these superficial desires, but actually like our heart, our soul's desire as a guiding compass to guide us in life. And what I really discovered this year, what was so different than other years, is a lot of times my desires have been like, okay, like, oh, I want this relationship, or I want this to happen with my business, or I want to have this experience, like these are desires, 100%. And as I reflected this year, it was totally different. My only desire, my guiding light, is so simple. And if this is in resonance for you, take it on as your own. Please, like, use it, because I want everyone to be in this energy with me. Is my desire, that is the guiding fire for everything, is I simply want to be the most powerful version of myself. That's it. I just want to be the most powerful version of myself, because I know also everything else that I could desire in the physical experience and the physical reality is going to come from that place. So this is shifting everything to embodiment first, to energy first. And as you know, this is what I've been teaching and living for years. And this is a new layer of it. And I'm inviting you into this with me. Okay, so I know that you are ready for this. I know you're excited about this. I know you're like, fuck yes, I want to be my most powerful, turned on self. What's next? Here's where it gets even better. It is so fucking simple. It is so fucking simple, because this year is also not about overcomplicating anything. It's about simplifying everything. It's about just asking, listening, acting, trusting, right? Simple. And so how do you activate the most powerful version of yourself? How do you embody the most powerful version of yourself? It is so simple. You simply ask, what would the most powerful version of myself do right now in this moment? What would the most powerful version of myself do right now in this moment? What would the most powerful version of myself think in this moment? What would the most powerful version of myself feel in this moment? And that instantly shifts your entire perspective and your entire reality. I know this because I've been doing this the past few weeks, and like, I don't even want to say the results, but just like the impact of that has been profound. It is profound. And that's why I'm so excited to bring this energy to you, because this is what we are all going to be playing in together over this next year and beyond. And that's where everything else is going to stem from, because all of the answers become really clear when you are embodying your most powerful self. All the decisions become so much easier when you are embodying the most powerful version of yourself. And this might mean you need to have some hard conversations. This might mean you need to let things go. This might mean there might be some grief. This might mean there might be some challenges, because you're stepping into a new level of who you are. And this requires new standards, new boundaries, new levels of truth, deeper devotion, commitment, energy put into things. And also, that is one of the most rewarding places to be within yourself, is to be integrous with your heart, to be aligned with your soul, to be connected to your pussy, to your pleasure, to your magic, to your gifts, and to be expressing your wholeness in your power. And this is going to shift literally every single thing that you do. This shifts how you're relating. This shifts the intimacy with your lover, with your partner. This shifts, or if you're dating, right? Just even imagine, like, what would the most powerful version of yourself do? You see someone who's really cute at the grocery store or at the coffee shop, and normally maybe you like shy away and not really make eye contact or connect with them. The powerful version of you does. She makes eye contact, she seduces him, he walks over to her and says hello. Like, this is you playing with the field. This is you being in your power. This is exuding the confidence, the trust that is within yourself, the love that is in your heart, and playing from that frequency. So from here, the answers to everything become so simple. The most powerful version of yourself, she would get up and she would do that workout today. Or maybe she'd be like, no, you need some rest. And right, it's like that care and that rest. The most powerful version of yourself, she's going to go take action on that dream that she has, because action takers are magic makers. Imprint that into your brain. Action takers are magic makers. We really receive everything through action. And so in any moment where there's confusion, there's doubt, there's fear, there's uncertainty, ask yourself, what would the most powerful version of myself, how would she relate to this? What would she think about this? How would she respond to this? And you get to instantly step into that frequency. And as well, within all this is never denying or bypassing any truths that are in your experience, but it's also having the power to choose a different response and to not go into the same story. So you know my work so deeply, it's never to bypass or to not feel what is true, but it's also to invite a deeper truth into your reality. It's to honor what's there and to then invite in a new perspective to one that's more serving, more whole for you. So that is what we have for the activation of 2025. We are being fully in our power. We are action takers. We are magic makers. We are living in our heart. We are living a turned on life. You are adding things into your life that you love, that fuel you, that nourish you. You are saying no to anything that is not that. You are getting creative, knowing that everything is figure outable. And the last piece I will leave you with is to ask. You are not doing this on your own. This is to have so much support in the physical and the spiritual realms. You get to have all the support. So ask for it and lean in. That, I think, is really the biggest takeaway of all of this, is know that you don't have to figure anything out on your own. The biggest practice that I've adopted in my life is to any problem, any burden, any stress, I give it to God. I give it to God. So give it to God, give it to the divine, give it to grace. Ask life to figure it out for you. Life will figure you out. You don't need to figure life out. Life will figure you out. You don't need to figure life out. And let that just be like melted butter on your nervous system. Let that just soften you, open you. Let that turn you on, because that is the truth. You are so held. You are so held in everything. And if you don't feel it, create it, ask for it, allow it in, and let yourself be held. Because I know there is so much support in your life, seen and unseen, that you might be resisting. And this is a reminder to let it in, to create that intimacy, that connection, to let yourself be held, to ask for help, to go beyond your own mind, your own heart, to ask for something bigger to support you, and let the answers come from that place. And you are going to have everything you need to create whatever you desire over this next year. I love you so much. Mwah.